leukemia. Okay, that's serious shit right there. There should be no evidence of comedy anywhere in this feud. So the moment he starts getting shots in his ass, the moment he starts coming out with Bane masks, while possibly funny, while entertaining, okay, it has no place for what's going on in here.
I agree
but
with you.
What does have a place, and what I do enjoy, we're finally getting evidence that Renee Young is getting pissed off at all the questions that are being asked of her about what's going on with Dean Ambrose.
You caught that too.
It's hard. It's not hard to miss.
I know.
So
it made me wake up as soon as I heard that. I was like,
it's like a couple weeks ago, everybody was like, "Why don't they stop? Why don't they stop? This is stupid. She sounds stupid." And it's like, yes, but I think that it's going somewhere because they keep asking it. And just this week, they started showing signs of Corey Graves asking her a question and her going, "It's none of your business." Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, it's finally happening. Mm-hmm. Are we getting the heel Renee Young turn on commentary? Is it gonna be? So, because is this gonna be like a thing where Renee Young actually goes into the spotlight because she beats the shit out of Corey Graves or something?
I could see that only really happening in the Dean Ambrose storyline. Everything else, she's probably still that perky Renee Young, but when it comes to Dean, he's like, don't cross that line.
So it's like,
don't push the Dean button.
So as
smoldering old toad.
So it's like you have that part of the story where you're like, oh, why are they doing this again? And then they pull something like that afterwards where Corey Graves asks Renee Young a question and she's like, "It's none of your business," after the last couple weeks going, I don't know. So it means, so that line means she is in on it, and she's getting sick of the questions, and she's about to turn into a raving bitch, which is gonna be. Which when it actually happens, which when it actually happens, will throw another wrench into the storyline, and maybe the comedy will finally leave.
Yeah, I'm convinced it's not going to last long, just because it seems like, some of the writers might want to take it in that direction, but I think at this point, Dean Ambrose has matured enough as a performer and he's got enough clout as a performer with the big boss that if something's stupid, he's going to be less likely to do it, or he's going to have more ways to sort of spin it and attempt to make it more serious. I don't think we're going to get any more sliming or hot dog carts or anything like that from Dean Ambrose anymore, which it gives me hope. And
that's all well and good, but we should be able to get rid of the gas masks and the doctor's offices too.
Well, I think we're in a transitional period. I don't, mark my words, that is not going to last.
And the one thing that caught my interest on Raw was that they are doing in the right direction is what they did with Drew McIntyre.
Yes. With
the Drew McIntyre Appreciation Night. This was the right direction, and as I said it with Brian the last time on the last episode, I didn't want Drew McIntyre to become just basically a lackey to Baron Corbin. The Drew McIntyre Appreciation Night was kind of that point. It was like, okay, now you're stepping from out of Baron Corbin's shadow and actually, in my opinion, being the top heel of Monday Night Raw. Not Dean Ambrose, not even Baron Corbin. He's the heel authority figure, but when it comes to the top heel competitor, that is definitely Drew McIntyre. And they had the video package, and of course he held himself high. He was great on the mic, and then you had Dolph Ziggler come out and basically end the storyline or the official end of, sad to me, the official end of Ziggletire.
That was my only problem with the segment. It was good up until then, and then I was like, oh, that's the way they're gonna end Ziggletire? I'm
in two boats with that one. I was angry because I'm like, I feel the exact same way. I'm like, they've been pushing Ziggletire as this force to be reckoned with.
You're not knowing what was gonna happen in the match. Not knowing what was gonna happen in the match, I was like, oh, so you're just gonna kill this shit off with one segment in one match? And that's it. Because that's what WWE's been doing. It's like, oh, you spent what 6 months basically building them up as the biggest tag as like these two unstoppable forces of nature as a team, and you're gonna kill it off with one segment in one match? Fuck off. That's it. And then what happened at the end of the match?
It was just not even just the end of the match. From what from what he said in his promo, you knew it was going to be that way. It's like, it's like you say you were the brains and I was the brawn. No, I was the brains. I was the brawn. I have the look. I have the whole package. I was just using you to get to where I am now, and that's the only thing you've done right. Congratulations, you did something right for a change. I've even put you in a spot that you couldn't get by yourself in the last 10 years. I'm just like,
ouch.
Well, yeah, ouch. But it's like, but this is good. This is good. This is good shit. I'm enjoying what he's saying. Minus the whole like, oh, I didn't invite you because you didn't meet the height requirement. Yeah, because that's what we need. More height, more. Oh, just because he's a tall man.
That's what we need. More jokes.
It failed miserably with Big Cass and Daniel Bryan. It failed miserably with Baron Corbin and Finn Balor. Why do we need to continue the tall shit? Besides, even when you look at them standing right next to each other,
they're not that different.
Yeah, it's only by maybe a couple of inches.
I'm like, they've got the same body type. It's just Drew McIntyre is a couple inches taller. Yeah, so it doesn't work.
It never works, and that's just the whole Vince McMahon frame of mind. It's like, oh, they're taller, must be better.
It's no chance.
And then you get to the match, and it definitely did its part on making Drew look like this unstoppable force, getting on the mic saying how pathetic Drew is, and how Dolph is, and then. The big saving grace is Finn Balor standing up and being like the leader of the Raw locker room, face sidewise. Him missile drop kicking Drew, making the 10 count right into they call it a super kick. I'm just gonna call it the show off. And give Drew his first loss since coming on the main roster, or coming back on the main roster. I wasn't mad at that because he still looked strong. It had to take Dolph and Finn together to take him down to give him his first loss, and he got his makeup by beating up Finn Balor. Finn running all over Raw, helping Elias get Leo Rush, taking down Jinder Mahal, and then finally it's like, oh, Vince McMahon just looks at that like, Finn Balor getting a high note on Raw? Send Drew in, mess him up a bit. we can't have Finn Balor standing tall in an episode of Raw. We have to have him on his back as always. That's the one. That's the one real negative thing. Okay, here's a Scholar's Quick Talk for you. Are we getting Demon Finn Balor at TLC against Drew McIntyre?
Better, or else he's.
No.
If he's to have any chance at all of beating Drew McIntyre or looking strong, he's gotta bring out the Demon.
But here's the problem. Okay, everybody knows that Drew McIntyre is winning at TLC. Don't even try. Drew McIntyre is winning, and once again, okay, it's TLC. You don't. I didn't agree with it when they brought out the Demon. I don't agree with it when they bring out the Demon at minor pay-per-views. And also, okay, the Finn Balor that we have now, the smiley going around, I don't like that Finn Balor.
I don't like that.
So it's
either.
like, if he's gonna be that character, yeah, keep him losing. Fine, have him lose until he finally gets that mean streak back, and then you can bring out the demon. You can't go from smiley Finn Balor all the time to randomly bringing out the demon to face Drew McIntyre. Okay, he's gonna be smiling until the end of time, and until the. If you had brought out like a mean streak, like in the past couple weeks, like Drew McIntyre's bringing out the demon in him, or whatever, that's fine. Then you could bring out the demon, but he's still fucking smiling. So
hey,
no,
this was in a step in the right direction. It's like he's still smiling, but he's going like, I'm still not taking shit from you guys. You may knock me down, but I'm still coming back because I'm going to be on the right side of history on this one. I'm not going to be on the side of Baron Corbin. To hell with that. I'm going to be on the side of Finn Balor. And he got his ass kicked. No shock. But he's like, when he had his match and Apollo Crews came out and helped him, it's like he's slowly becoming like the leader of the Raw locker room. He's having the faces finally stand up to the heel Baron Corbin.
And that's the Finn Balor that you need to show.
It's a step in the right direction.
That's the Finn Balor you need to show at TLC. The one who's still smiling but can still get the locker room behind him. Mm-hmm. Not the one who will be smiling for up until the end of time and then randomly pull out the demon. You earn the demon. Mm-hmm. And as of right now, the demon has not been earned.
That premise sums it all up.
And Nia Jax sucks.
And Nia Jax sucks.
I'm sorry, her and Tamina are the worst.
Yeah, it's like we don't have to add anything other than that. We could just all three at the same time goes Nia Jax sucks and then move on.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Nia Jax sucks. Okay.
And poor Ronda Rousey.
That
has to go through this trash.
Well, only until
until
the man gets back from Namek.
Trust me, Ronda Rousey. It'll all be better soon.
It's okay, sweetie. It'll all be fine. In the meantime, let's switch over to a better show. Of course, we're talking about SmackDown Live and oh baby Daniel Bryan.
Talk about someone who
fickle.
Fickle indeed.
Fickle.
This okay.
That was the best of that segment. Him just fans are starting to chant, starting to do that what chant? Fickle. What? Fickle. What? Fickle. They're sheep. They're sheep. What was it that he called the chant? A stupid chant from 20 years ago.
Yes.
And that got the crowd pissed.
And I loved it.
This made, like, in the long run, when I'm looking at this segment and what he said, him basically shutting the Miz down, it's like, did you do what I said? Yes. No. Yes. No. I'm a vegan. You're drinking your plastic bottles and letting out your methane and ruining the environment and climate change and all of that. Yeah, touche.
Yes, and it's a choice of a new generation.
But it just the one little detail that he didn't even talk about until the end of the Miz TV segment is the nameplates were off the WWE Championship.
I didn't notice that until after the show was over. And
then when he pulled out those yes plates and just threw them to the ground, I'm like, this man is. It was so funny because before it happened, we talked about like it's going to be very, very hard for them to really like turn Daniel Bryan heel and have him be not the cool heel that you want to cheer, but it's just that one heel that you want to boo. It's like, yeah, the old Daniel Bryan is dead. He made that crowd completely turn against him, and when he took the AJ Styles out after AJ Styles in the Miz match, and then had what's his name say and the WWE champion, the new Daniel Bryan, and then beats up AJ Styles again. Man, you did like. I applaud it. That you are now the biggest heel in WWE.
And this
Period.
is the most interesting, to me,